If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle putting the wow in transmogs.
Rather simple and kind of diverse set here, but super easy to pick up. Cataclysm, Gladiators, Dragonhide, Spaulders, Cata PvP Vendor, which of course is located Stormwind or Orgrimmar. 3 marks of honor to pick that up. The chest, Ulduar is the place. General Vezix is the boss. Kind of a fair drop rate for that Wrath of the Lich King. Tier leather robe. Now we're going to move on to a Lady Worgen and the belt, which is the Seal of Karmic Return. Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic. Garage Hellscream, 22% on the drop rate for that belt. From, of course, Mist of Pandaria. The back, Nano Precise Cape, which is something you could buy. Basically, Stormwind Orgrimmar, Valor Quartermaster, 275 gold for the Cata Cape. Moving on to a dude who is a druid, and he's a night elf. Forest leather boots, stockades is the place. Various mobs, or you can just step up by it on the auction house. Kind of a fair drop right there. Moving on to the hands, Oathclaw Gauntlets, Hellfire Citadel Heroic, Soulbound Constructs, and you got about a 14% drop rate for the hands. And a Lady Tarn is stepping up to show the headpiece, Warmongering Gladiator's Helm. If you're Horde, it will be Wild Gladiator's Helm. 3 marks of honor, regardless of your faction, to pick that up. And last but not least, the weapon is a staff out of Siege of Orgrimmar. Galacris is the boss, 16% on the drop rate for the staff. Well, this green and brown and yellow definitely works for druids. We're going to start off with the shoulders out of Ulduar, Cache of Innovation. Kind of a fair drop rate to pick up that old druid tier set that I think those shoulders look fantastic, especially with that tabard. The chest, which you really can't see, Pygmy Tunic, various Wrath of the Lich King dungeons, or you could just step up, buy it on the auction house, and it is simply yours. We have a Worgen showing you the belt, straight out of Uldir. Zekvas is the boss, kind of a low drop rate, but that splash of gold buckle there really works for this particular set. The legs, Pygmy Pants, Pit of Sauron, there's the boss, or you could just step up, buy it on the auction house, that works for you as well. Now we're going to show you the boots, which you can't completely see on a Lady Troll. Hellfire Citadel, looking for raid version. Kilrog Deadeye is the boss, kind of a fair drop rate to get the boots of Final Salvation. Or Saliva, I'm not sure which it's called. And the hands, Gloves of the Frozen Glade. Ulduar. Cache of Winter, kind of a low drop rate, but worth the grind. Pick up the hands from the same tier set as the shoulders. Tabard, Cenarian Expedition, it's going to cost you gold and Exalted Rating, or Reputation, I should say. And the head, Warmongering, if you're Alliance, Wild if you're Horde. And the last piece is the weapon, which is out of Dragon Soul, Yog Yorsage, the guy who can't sleep. I've always liked that Corrupted Forest look for druids, and this kind of says it. Corrupted Forest meaning red. Deep Earth Mantle, Dragon Soul LFR, Hagar the Storm Binder, 22% drop rate for those shoulders. One of my favorite looking tiers, by the way, for druids, all 3 looks. Sky Singer Vest, Spires of Iraq. You're looking at a quest reward, super easy to pick that chest piece up. Moving on to the belt, which is going to spin us to Mop, Throne of Thunder, Swen, Girdle of Night and Day, 5% on the drop rate. That's where you kind of really get that haunted, corrupted forest druid look with that tier from Throne of Thunder as well. You're looking at the Sky Singer Breeches, Spires of Iraq, Hot Seat, quest rewards, super easy to get. So a couple of these pieces you probably already have if you ventured into Spires of Iraq. Treads of Sword Screams or Dreams, not sure which it is, but Dragon Soul LFR. The hands, Deep Earth Gloves, Dragon Soul LFR, Warlord Zanas. If you guys could translate what he's saying, let me know. I have no clue. I think this set looks really cool on a Worgen. Of course, you could always hide the headpiece. Waycrest Guards, Cloak, Dressfar, Alliance only on the cloak. Orange Marshall shirt is kind of subtle, but it's there, so keep that in mind. Vanilla level tailoring. The headpiece, Imposter's Mask, Felwood, The Fall of Tichondrius. It's a quest reward, so that's an old school quest from Cata, the update there. And Uldir Mythic is where you're going to get the weapon. Here's a little bit of a rough around the edges druid look, which I always like for druids. Spalders of the Relentless Tracker, the Burning Throne LFR. There's the Soul Hunter boss, kind of a fair drop rate to pick up those shoulders. Moving on to the chest piece, which of course is from Mythic Battle of Dazalahar. Conclave of the Chosen drops the Vestments of Indomitable Will. Moving on to a Tauren and the Belt, Miststalker's Belt, Isle Expeditions, or your local auction house. The choice is yours. The good thing about that is if you get the Mistwalker's chest piece, you can always sell it, get the gold to buy the belt. That's the way that works. So it's kind of worth it to kind of spam some Isles if you want that. High Tinker's Cape, as I keep saying, one of my favorite capes in the game now. High Tinker Mecha Torque, 10% on the drop rate. Now we're going to move on to the feet, which are the Rocket Boots Extreme. This is, of course, BC level engineering. Check your local engineer. Check your local auction house. Can't really see the boots on this particular Worgen. The hands are the Bammental Claws, part of the same tier set as the shoulders and possibly the head, I'm pretty sure. So either way, I think this color scheme, this look, yeah, the head is the Bammental headdress. The Burning Throne LFR, Agrimar, 12% on the drop rate. That's a really cool looking piece for a druid. And the weapon is Soul Twisting Staff, Spires of Iraq, Soul Twister Torok. Decent drop rate at 25%. This yellow, brown, and sort of light blue really works, I think. Shoulders, Deep Earth Mantle. Dragon Soul LFR, Hagara the Stormbinder is the boss. Kind of a fair drop rate to pick up the tier shoulders from Cataclysm. The chest, Tunic of Sanguine Deity, which is out of Ulduar. Gahun is the boss, or Uldir, I should say. My mistake. That's, of course, from BFA. Moving on, the belt, Waist Clasp. Or, yeah, waste. I was thinking W-A-S-T-E, but no. Unethical Power. Is there any other kind of power? Dragon Soul LFR to pick up the belt from that Cataclysm raid called Dragon Soul. Basically the legs, you could farm them out of Uldir, or you could just have a leather worker make them for you. Either or, your choice. The treads or the feet, Treads of Sordid Screams. Dragon Soul LFR. For some reason, I'm not sure if that's right, but yeah, I think it's right. Next up, we have, you just can't really see it that well on the troll here. The hands, Deep Earth Grips, Dragon Soul LFR, Hagara Stormbinder is the boss. Kind of a fair drop rate to pick those up. Now we have a Tauren showing you the back, Nano Precise Cape. You can buy this out of Stormwind or Orgrimmar. The Valor Quartermaster costs you some gold. And the head, Deep Earth Helm. So you can see the theme here, a little bit BFA, a little bit Cata. This drops from War Master, Blackthorn, and the weapon, as you can see, out of Uldir, drops from the Fetid Devourer. Mythic Hellfire Citadel is the first stop on this train. Oathclaw Mantle, Zulholar, yeah, exactly. You can read. I can't read. I would fail a spelling bee if I had to spell that, and I think most other people would too. Time Worn, Shadowtooth, Curus, Isle of Thunder, various mobs, auction house, super easy pickup. I like that look of the chest and the legs and the boots. All three of those pieces happen to be I guess recolors or redos from those two total dungeons that used to be raids, or made dungeons in Cata. And you can pick these pieces up on the Isle of Thunder, or you can buy the lookalikes on the auction house. So either way, not a difficult get. Time-worn Shadowtooth boots, as we said, Isle of Thunder, various mobs. So you can go to Isle of Thunder, you can collect bones and get goodies for those bones, or you might get a piece that you don't need, like the shoulders, which look pretty cool too, or the bracers, or the headpiece, and then you sell it on the auction house and you have the gold to buy the boots, the legs, or the chest. The headpiece, Lunar Wrath headgear, Tomb Sargeras Mythic, so we got a few Mythic pieces, but from different xpacs. The back, Macquarie, love that cloak. Army of Light Emercy, gold and rep for that. And the weapon, also an Isle of Thunder piece, or bought on the auction house. Guys, my name is Luxeley. That's Luxeley. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Leave a like. Certainly helps out the channel, and it's cheaper than donating money to my Patreon. But I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Whatever it is by you, morning, afternoon, or night, make your day epic.